Hello guys and welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel. My name is Marty and I hope you're doing really well. Today we're back with another episode of Severance Season 1. Yes, Season 2 is out now and I am planning on watching that as well. But we are now on to Episode 3. It's so intriguing. I love the cinematography. I love just everything about it so far. And I love the mystery with them dropping little things, little nuggets of information in every now and then. I can't wait to check this episode out, but if you'd like to check out the full uncut reaction with me, then feel free to over on the Patreon page or as a YouTube member as well. But without further ado, let's jump straight in. This is Severance Episode 3, and this one is called In Perpetuity.
Peter, you okay?
I'm good. I just slipped.
Right, so he's okay.
It's a gift from my brother-in-law. Do you need anything else?
Yeah, I want you to stop shitting on this awesome robe. Anybody live in that unit next door?
Just Mrs. Selvig in the other direction. Neighborhood never really filled up, so.
When do we see Mrs. Selvig though?
I still think an occasional mixer wouldn't hurt anything. I checked, and it's not expressly prohibited in the manual.
Yeah, I bet.
That was cool.
On Sunset Park's gonna help with.
Oh, this is so weird. It's like his memories glitching out. Oh, that was cool.
Sorry. With this sickness, I get disoriented.
Just a bit.
What's Sunset Park?
I don't know.
So he's going to start leaking information like this. This information that his other self had that he's still got in his memory, in his brain, I presume, because his other part of him is still in there somewhere. There she is. Yeah, look, she even has loom things in her fridge as well. I just don't trust her. We must be cut to here on the wall.
It's like having two different lives suddenly stitched together. But the relativity's f***ed. My first day at Lumen's as far back as my 5th birthday, and with 2 pasts, it blurs the present, but they said it would get better.
Okay.
Who's they?
The healing team or something?
There's a group of people that know Severance is a blight on mankind, and they're gonna do something about it.
The group that we saw before?
The Whole Mind Collective?
Yeah,
The kids trolling for signatures downtown.
MCs, yeah.
Someone else.
What do you want from me?
Don't you want to know what you're doing down there?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna unsever.
I don't want you to unsever, because that's gonna work. Reintegration.
It hasn't been a blight for me. It helped me.
It's helped him because of his loss. To forget.
Is it you're murdering people 8 hours a day and you don't even know it?
Am I?
Wait, is that what that thing is?
Look, I found a department, one they don't tell us about, one where you don't get to leave.
What?
Well, don't none of us get to leave?
No, I mean, you really don't get to leave, as in they're down there right now.
What, like chained up or what?
What's wrong? Oh, is his memory messing up?
I'm not going to talk about it in here. I don't know if the monitors are bugged or if Irving's going to walk in.
His brain messing up.
Petey, we're not at Lumen.
Where the f*** is June?
Who's June?
Yeah.
June is my daughter.
Oh.
Greatest kid on earth and a hell of a guitar player. How happy are you that you asked me to stay here?
Very happy. He's his friend. Wait. Uh-oh. So if he doesn't do something like take a tray downstairs or something.
Oh, Mark. Are you all right?
The woman who became pregnant at work.
She's strange.
After her company went severed.
Well,
How did she have that conversation when her workie was the one
okay,
involved
first
in the
of all,
conception?
worky, exactly, the condescending verbiage.
Did her INZI have a choice?
Innie.
Where are you getting- that has nothing to do with what we do at Lumen, nor any...
Wait, she's actually from Lumen.
Feel that you are complicit in something totally immoral.
What's immoral is taking away...
No, keep watching whatever that was.
Probably into the afternoon.
Just wakes up and she's there staring at him in the room. The neighbour. I like the colour palette of this with the bright sofa with the rest of the room being slightly duller.
Wake up, Petey. It's morning. You're in my basement. So I'm going to work, like you said. You can stay here.
Don't go out.
I'm not going to reintegrate. I lost my wife a couple of years ago in a car accident. It's helping me.
I'm sorry, Mark.
Yeah, it helps him to escape for a bit.
You'd come in sometimes with red eyes. We had a joke that you had an elevator allergy. There's even a song for it.
Elevator allergy.
You carry the hurt with you. You feel it down there too. You just don't know what it is.
Yeah. Grief, though, is an incredibly difficult thing to get rid of. My old workplace would say the same thing of like, oh, you've got to leave everything at the door. Don't take anything in with you. The same kind of thing as this. It's so difficult to do that, yes, you can be professional, but if you've got those issues...
Hi! Oh,
Mark, I'm sorry for the racket. I'm just de-icing my stew.
You mean the thing you've only just started doing?
Thanks again for the cookies.
I'll bring by more.
Please.
She's weird. And she's spying. Switches it off as soon as he's out of the way. Yep. Even like the shape of the road leading up to Lumen is just ominously weird. Wait, could they not put a note in? It detects it, I think, but could they not put like a note in the lining of their jacket or something? I suppose they probably know that though.
I did a thing. I deleted the scary numbers.
Yay.
Yesterday, you were gone.
I was?
Dylan took over training. You look trim, Mark. I wonder if you were food poisoned.
New photos come in?
You can finally get rid of those old ones.
You may as well skip it. I put in my resignation request.
You did submit it.
Oh, what?
It means you won't get sent to the break room anymore.
I didn't think she would.
Mark, I spoke to your outie yesterday. He sounded just shattered not to be at work. Care to read your first morning announcements as department head?
Oh.
Should be easier without me in the audience.
Mark used to find it funny to interrupt Petey's announcements.
Not annoying much.
Why are you standing weird? Stand normal.
I'm standing great.
Are you uncomfortable? We could all look away.
They're just messing with it.
Post-it notes are not to be put on faces. They clog your outie's pores.
That one's about me. I do this beloved character, Sticky Head.
Also, refrain from boasting about previously earned waffle parties.
Feeling attacked?
Never seen a resignation request get such a quick turnaround.
Do I have to finish out the day or can I skip out now?
Wait, they've accepted the resignation?
Was denied.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that can't be right. My outie wouldn't do that.
Your outie is not going to know the issues inside. Oh, no, not again.
Oh, this is so fun.
Uh-oh.
Shall I tow up and sneak to the door?
No.
Maybe he played hooky.
Can you go do it? Because I
Not this day. Yesterday did. We're going to find out.
Against the door or to the side?
I think either's really good.
Unless Mrs. Sonic is going to see the parcel there. He then takes the parcel in. She's going to be like, how did he take the parcel in when he was at work?
I'm going to put it off to the side.
Awesome.
That's fine.
It's perfect.
Yes.
Yes. Get in the car and go.
He's going to be so excited. Hope he comes home early.
Oh, God. Don't look out of the window. Such a nosy neighbour. And also, why is she not in work? I mean, that is unless she isn't the lady from work and it's like her twin. Oh, is he writing down the information that he remembers? Is she going to let herself in?
Hey, what's that?
Oh my God.
It's nothing.
What were you drawing?
You getting back to work in cubist form.
How do you know what cubist form is?
That's so creepy.
What the f*** are you wearing?
No! What are you doing? Letting herself into his house for? Hide, please. Thankfully, there's not really much of a sign that he's there. Apart from probably the pen on the floor that he dropped earlier. And let's hope not the piece of paper that he wrote. Get out of his box! Put it away! What? Oh, she's bloody creepy. She's very obsessed.
Oh. Yes?
Or maybe she only gets called in if she needs to be. Does he recognise her? Oh no, unless he thinks it's going to be part of his... You know, does he think it's going to be part of his mind? Playing tricks on him. Be careful.
Did you give her directed praise? I'm coming.
Yeah, she must only be there sometimes. But the fact that he now knows and is probably going to freak out. Oh, that was so cool. The layout. Oh no!
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
I mean, it's been like 45 minutes.
I just realised, is that the male and female toilet sign?
I'm fine, Mark.
I am going to come in, so get ready. Do the things you need to do, because I'm coming in.
No!
Okay, here I come.
Mark,
I'm sorry.
No, I'm not decent.
She's writing notes on her
Writing the
arm.
note directly on your skin. The detectors can pick up lettering anywhere.
Does this look like lettering to you?
Really?
We should put your arms together.
But it's half layering.
Huh, not bad. I thought you were starting to be okay here.
What, because I did the numbers thing?
Well, you got a win. You know, a lot of people find joy in that.
It literally causes fear. I don't want to work here with you. So don't burst into the bathroom with your pathetic boss voice on and try to convince me that I do.
Okay, I'll give you 5 minutes to scrub your arms.
Or what?
You'll get put into break room.
Do you want Grainer to use the bad soap?
There's bad soap.
Bad soap. It's like a dad trying to teach a lesson to a naughty child.
I am troubled by you having high-stress exchanges fresh off your food poisoning. The loathing with which she spoke to you.
What's on your mind, Irving?
Dylan was going on all yesterday about incentives, waffle parties, as though that's why we're here. That's not why we're here.
And you know?
The meaning she craves. She should see the Perpetuity wing.
She can read about all that stuff in the handbook.
It's different to be there.
That place is a lot.
That place is everything.
There's a package left at his door. Open it, would you?
No, that's his personal thing.
Check it for messages.
Mark, did you fill out an official request for supervisory interaction?
Really?
Come in.
I can fill out the form.
Get the door.
Irving thought we should take Helly to the Perpetuity wing.
Good thing I made Irving department chief.
I think I should take Helly and the team to the Perpetuity wing.
Have you filled out a reservation slip?
No, it's been weird since Petey left. He set the tone.
I wouldn't be bringing up PT with her.
If Petey were the tone setter you're lionizing him as, he'd still be here.
What does that mean?
Are you gonna make me throw my mug at you?
Why would you?
Oh wait, she did that before, didn't she? Wasn't that in episode 1? God, she's got anger issues.
Mark?
Didn't she throw something before?
What I just did was something I knew that you could handle and grow from. It was very painful for me. I hope that you'll let it help you.
It's painful for her because she likes him obsessively.
Open or closed?
And she's just trying to teach him like a dog.
Both.
Halfway.
I'll just...
My delts are embarrassingly good today. My Audi does muscle shows for sure.
If your Audi did muscle shows, you wouldn't have to work here.
Do you know how much muscle shows pay? None of us can know that.
What are you doing? I don't want to work here.
My guess is that they do it piecemeal.
We gonna eat it?
Best ab, $20.
In there.
They're considered very built in circles.
That's very obvious though.
Notice my laps, right?
She's eating, is she?
Thirsty?
That's a bit of a big thing to eat.
The code detectors can read messages hidden inside the body as well. When that
Really?
happens, it's Milchick's job to extract the message from you. And how long ago you ingested it, I really can't recommend honesty enough. It's easier for you both if he knows which end to start from.
Just don't do it. Come on. Ugh.
Another good try, though.
It wasn't really that good an idea though. So if they can spot the messaging anywhere, then it's pointless.
Go shut down your workstation. We're taking a trip.
All 8 CEOs have been of the Egan lineage, a line dating back to the founder. Of course, it falls outside corporate canon and it's
These always go on forever.
of the family, and it's certainly been further. But I think
It's a bingo card for things he says.
quite fun.
Egan bingo.
I'll take the full thing.
Right?
What the hell is Egan bingo?
It's how you don't die of boredom in the Perpetuity wing.
Optics and design.
Back with that refinement. Bert,
Could be any more awkward.
I trust that your session was good. Very restorative.
You two know each other?
We'll have those new handbook totes soon.
You got some business, or you
Okay.
just out for a fucking stroll?
Dylan.
What?
What's wrong with him?
Cool. And I'm just wondering what you're up to. It's rare seeing you out of your hole.
Big drop challenge in the team building space. Tight department like us gotta keep our synergy up.
God, there's so much tension between them all.
We should get back. Can't leave the nest empty.
Those eggs look like
Natalie,
Harmony. Hello.
She's the lady from the TV.
is this about Helena?
This is about Peter Kilmer. The board is joining us.
Wonderful. Hi. I don't like how much she smiles.
The board would like you to speak first.
Salutations.
Are they gonna say anything?
So the search for Kilmer continues. I will say this.
You're very quiet.
Not to be alarmist, but prior to his departure, there were some troubling signs of possible reintegration.
I could hear voices Could you hear it? Like a...
The board is conveying pretty strongly that the severance procedure is provenly irreversible.
But it's not.
Getting MTR to their projected numbers by the quarterly deadline.
We are quickly rekindling our yield with our nimble new refiner.
The board has concluded the call.
Yes, okay. Thank you.
That was a whole mess.
May I ask?
Goodbye, Harmony.
Oh, Harmony.
They're seriously a two-person department, like they only ever see each other?
Lonely, I suspect.
Perverse.
O&D is nice.
Kier sorted the departments by virtue.
How many departments are there?
No one's quite sure.
O&D tried a violent coup on the others decades ago, and that's why they keep us all so far apart now.
Did they ever kill anyone?
Nope.
If they come back and attack us, I think we should kill Mark, so they think we're crazy with nothing to lose. And we're all blood-soaked, and I'm wearing your face.
It's just crazy.
The last person who with us.
Seems like they'd recognize my face. Maybe if you wore it inside out.
I like that this feels like very team building for them all as well. What is this ominous Perpetuity wing? What? Remember, man does not decay.
Children of my industry. And no, the children of my blood.
Whoa.
Okay.
That's James Egan, current CEO.
History lives in us, whether we learn it or not.
All the center displays are for a past Egan CEO, but the whole back part is Kier.
I love the way they use the cinematography to seem like things go on forever, or that there's a strange space issue with things.
People have begun to ask what I see as my life's great achievement. They wish to know how they should remember me.
Was that Jamie's voice?
I have identified 4 tempers from which I derive every human soul. I walked into the cave of my own mind, and there I tamed them. Should you, world shall become but your appendage. It is this great power that I hope pass on.
I think that to be an Egan, or a true Egan, or
They're creepy.
anyone working in this Lumen family.
Dueling.
Oh, look, you got one.
We all save the world.
It's okay if you cry. They never had a woman before. She told her father at age 7 she was going to be the first. Isn't that lovely?
It's beautiful.
Lovely.
It almost makes me wish I remembered my own childhood.
Yeah, funny that.
History makes us someone.
Exactly.
History makes us someone. Gives us a context.
There was a nice transition between the shots as well.
I learned that I work for a company that has been actively caring for mankind since 1866.
That's creepy.
Each of these is a real smile from someone on the outside. Someone Lumen Industries has helped. And they rotate these through.
So what are we, like a dental company?
Yeah, it does seem like.
They update the mouth wall?
It's not called the mouth wall.
Damn, they took down the chick I like.
It does seem like that people aren't human because it's just the mouths and not the rest of them.
Jesus.
No. Kier.
It's his house?
A perfect replica.
Oh.
Cool.
Oh, whoa. Oh, I love stuff like this. You know, when it's like a replica model or like a full-scale replica. Do not lie in the bed.
Just as he might have left it.
Well, this is thorough.
Yeah.
This place smells like 19th century ass.
Stop treating this like some kind of beer party.
That's not fair. Up till now, I've been reverend as shit.
Mark?
Yeah?
Were you about to bed sit?
No.
Yeah, lay on the bed.
Nuh-uh.
What's that in your pocket, Mark?
Eagle bingo.
God, Mark. Still.
For fun.
It's the Perpetuity wing. It's the living soul of Lumen.
The funny thing is, right, Mark is the head of them, isn't he? Not him.
Everything she stands for, not a bingo match.
Kier said, keep a merry humor ever in your heart.
I know she said something about him being the head of something, but I think she was saying it as a joke, saying, I didn't make him that, I made you that.
You'd pervert our founder's message with jokes. What she needs from her department chief.
I didn't want to be department
Yeah, there
chief.
you go, yeah.
I didn't ask for Petey to disappear and for...
What? Oh no. What's her name's wandered off.
Helly.
Oh, shoot. She's running again.
Wait!
Uh-oh. She's gonna run right past you.
Jesus.
That was his present. You're gonna black out as soon as you go outside. Oh. Probably isn't gonna work. Uh-oh. Oh, I wonder if he finds that book, will that like serve as some kind of memory to the outside for him because of the picture? But then, will she find that on the outside?
This way, please, Hellier.
He thought he'd made her see sense and become friendly with him. I think she was doing it on purpose, though. She didn't have the door open for her. Interesting.
I'm truly sorry to see you here, Helly. I hoped you'd just settle in. I know Mark's been trying so hard to get you to feel happy.
Look, you seem like a smart person. Don't you see how f***ed up this is?
Not right now, Helly.
You could never break him. He seems like he's just as sadistic as the Patricia Arquette lady.
Hands on the table, please.
What are they going to do? Shock you? Read your memories?
What is this?
It's a projector to the screen in front of you.
Read it.
I don't want to.
Do.
Forgive me for the harm I have caused this world.
Oh, this is the thing. Yeah.
I am thankful to have been caught. All I can be is sorry, and that is all I am.
I'm afraid you don't mean it. Again, please.
That's the same test sort of thing as before.
Forgive me for the harm I have caused this world. I am thankful to have been caught. My fall cut short by those with...
Oh, she's there listening.
All I can be is sorry, and that is all.
Again.
Again.
Really?
I mean, it's not, it's not that much. Just read a couple of lines, but... Is he just going to sit in the dark? He can read imagery, as in text, sorry, but would it be able to read pictures? Like if you were to do something like help, or like a symbol or something, you wouldn't be able to read that, would it? This is the thing he was drawing. Oh, it's him.
I need tokens so I can eat!
With the picture thing, it would still be very noticeable. Wait, him doing that, when he screamed out, was that like him severing again? What happened before? When it happened the night before? Interesting as well that the building has see-through windows. I thought it would have had windows where you can't see, considering there's so much confidentiality.
Petey?
Follow. I love these shots, the lingering shots, to create suspense.
See which direction he came from?
Yeah.
Whoa, he's down. Whoa. Sir.
What's over here?
Sir, can you hear me?
You got that?
What?
Stand back.
Wait, but they said, whoa, he's down, before that had actually happened.
What's going on, man?
Didn't they? I'm confused. Like they knew it was gonna happen?
Whoa, he's down. Whoa.
So they said, whoa, he's down. And then he passes out and goes down. Was that just an error, or was that supposed to be like that on purpose? She knows. She's watching you. Oh yeah, his phone. Would it be his daughter, maybe? What did that say? Yeah, I think at the end there, I think Petey's phone was ringing with a blocked number calling him. At least it looked that way. Interesting though, that thing about him saying, oh, he's down, when the paramedic said that, and Petey at that point was still up. He hadn't fallen down yet. And then we got that a little later on. So was that like a slowed down shot of him about to fall? So we saw his eyes more and they just put the audio in at the normal time? Or was that a strange warping of reality or something, and like he was supposed to have fallen before that and he didn't fall before that, or something? I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, was he supposed to have gone down maybe? Was that a choice made by the editors and the filmmakers themselves to create some kind of time dilation effect, or something to do with time, like the reality was warping? I know I'm taking all of these things and constantly saying that there's this reality warp, or there's something to do with reality is being affected, but it feels like that so much with this show because of the whole brain thing with the severance, and they're having all these daydreams, and there's a lot of time glitches. Like Petey's having memories of the office and reality at the same time, with half of it being made up in his head and half of it being what actually did happen. So it kind of made me think of the same thing, but yeah, it's Mark that sees this. Are we supposed to be seeing it as Mark, or is that meant to be seeing Petey look on at Mark and they're just kind of clinging on to their friendship, whereas in reality he has actually fallen by that point, and it's just that's what we're seeing? Do you know what I mean? Maybe it was just me, maybe that scene wasn't there, maybe it was just a mess up, maybe they weren't supposed to have that scene overlaid with the audio there, maybe it was supposed to be a little bit later and they just pushed it. It feels too intentional and it's too obvious for it to be a mistake, but it could have been a mistake. It could have just been an error with the overlaying of the audio on that part of it. Maybe they cut another part of the shot, and then when they overlaid the audio, it just accidentally matched up that way where he hadn't fallen by that specific point. But that's just the one little thing about that episode that I was like, huh? Was that meant to be like that? Is that a purposeful thing? It feels like it's supposed to be purposeful. What were your thoughts? Did you see that bit? Did you think it was weird? Do you think it was an intentional thing that was done? Or do you think it was a mistake? Oh yeah, the whole thing about the boss watching him through the window was really weird. Why was she watching him? Was it like I said? I thought, or maybe she had a bit of an obsession with him, so that's why she asked him if he wanted to work at Lumon, so she could almost be nearer him, so she could manage him and be domineering over him, basically. Because it felt like the bit where she threw the mug at him, it felt almost like it was satisfying for her to whip him into shape almost. That's how it came across. And also it does look like I was correct with that she is not under the whole severance thing. She is very well aware who he is, that he works for her and that she is his boss, etc., because we got the phone call from the workplace and her going into work and seemingly being very aware of everything. I could be wrong, maybe she is severanced as well, but she also had the Lumon lunch box thing, you know, like where you get the raisins and stuff. She also had one of those in her fridge, which I feel she wouldn't have if she was severanced. Maybe she would, maybe those things can pass through as long as they're checked for, you know, messages, etc. The episode was very eerie. It had a different feel to the other two episodes that I've seen so far. But maybe that's because we're delving into deeper things than just the oddness of it all. I was going to say, do you think maybe they're just all dead? And this is, I mean, I did say the whole heaven and hell thing. I was going to say maybe they're all dead. Maybe this is like they work in the in-between world. Hence Harmony. Maybe she's like an angel or something. That's just an idea. You guys probably know exactly what the story is already because you've seen it all, but still. I have so many questions that I know aren't going to be answered by me just saying them. I need to just watch the series and find out. But there was something that was said in that meeting with the board where she said that you can't be unsevered, or, you know, whatever the word is that they said, where you can be brought back together again. But you can, apparently, because Petey's had it done. However, I do think that maybe it was just a temporary thing that they can do to kind of try and merge the brain back together. I think slowly over time you'll start separating into two different, not people, but two different versions of yourself. Hence the times when Petey's seeing both the workplace and himself, and he's also seeing those other moments of himself in the mirror or in the same room as himself, because it's his brain trying to merge the two but trying to split them at the same time and wanting to switch over to the other side. And do you know what I mean? It's his brain messing him up. I really like the team building exercise of going to the Perpetuity wing. However, there was things that Helly was saying. I thought, oh, she's starting to grow as a team together. But no, it does seem like she was just doing that, I think, to build up their trust so that she can escape, or try to escape anyway. The whole thing again with Petey, by the way, I think it's going to absolutely ruin his sanity, as it does seem to have started that already. Yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying it so far, and I am still wondering where things are going, or I'm wondering what they're doing at the workplace. What does that have to do with the grand scheme of things? Are there things happening outside of the workplace that are making them do the things within the workplace? Are they actually operating something to do with reality itself? As I initially pondered, I was like, oh, maybe it's to do with that. Anyway, I'm so enamored with this show. I love it, and I just keep wanting to watch more and more and more, but I only have so much time to be able to spend per episode. Are you liking the show so far? Are you watching this along with me, or have you already seen the entire series? Maybe you've even seen season 2 already as well.
Hello guys, I'm back again. Hi. Same day that you saw me last episode that we watched together. So same journey that I'm doing. But I've been listening to the podcast. I feel like, because this episode has been focused on, so this is just for episode 3, this one. This one focuses around Britt Lauer, who's the guest on the podcast. And I talk about everything from that episode specifically.
I think you exclusively called me Helly. and then in season 2, I individuated and became Britt.
you reminded me that you had a real name.
I was like, hey, I'm Britt.
And it's a fascinating episode and a fascinating listen to. In the episode where I believe it's this one, it could have been in the previous one, that they were talking about. It's in this one they're talking about it, but I don't remember if it's things that took place in the last episode or this one. Bear in mind, it's been a while since I've seen these episodes whilst I'm listening to this podcast, so you're seeing me having just seen it and now saying this stuff. It's also very confusing on this road that I'm on currently, because they've got roadworks having happened on one side of the road and I'm currently driving on the wrong side of the road. I'm listening to it, and there's a point in it when they talk about PT and him having that hallucination he does about, and apologies again for the lighting, by the way, I know it's absolutely terrible. It's the sun that does it. Luckily now this actually covers my eyes, so that's good. Yeah, they're talking about the scene where Petey's having the hallucinations. He sees Mark at the desk in the basement, and it made me go, like, it's so fascinating hearing how they would have filmed it, because in my head, I thought, okay, they've most likely have filmed it practically, where they've physically got the desk into the basement, which they did. They physically got the desk down into the basement, filmed everything twice in both locations, both in the office and in the basement. So PT with a suit on, PT with dressing gown on, or whatever clothes he's wearing, like his casual lounge clothes. And then they also shot ones, I think, with Mark there, and ones without Mark there, so Adam Scott. Ones with him, ones without him.
Taking the 4-desk cubicle, transferring it from MDR to the basement is no easy task, right? That is a big piece of furniture, very heavy.
Yes, that cubicle is a very bespoke, unique thing that Jeremy Hindle designed. One of the cool things about the set that we figured out was that we could have the dividers come up and down, and have them at any height, so that, really for whatever scene, we would think about the scene and go, okay, what height should the dividers be for this scene to work? And it was really fun in episode 2 watching Turturro work the divider.
Totally.
And the first time I saw him do that, where he just understood how funny that was to be his own sort of in and out of the scene, and his timing with that was just amazing.
And it's so interesting that you get to hear that apparently those were bespoke desks that they had built for the show. So when they had them built, they weren't expecting to have moved them, because it's a bespoke desk. They don't really want to move it because they don't know what they need to film in the office and that, and they're just fascinated by what they could and couldn't film in the future episodes. So they're not entirely sure whether or not to move it or not, but they move it anyway. I don't think anything goes wrong with them moving it, but in my head I was thinking, if they hadn't shot it physically with the desk in the room, they could have done it where it was on a green screen or something, so it looked shoot it in the office, light the room similar to what it was in the basement, and then green screen it, just basically stick the green screen up behind the desk and do it that way. I thought that might have been the best way that they could have done it, because it's only very quick shots back and forth. And they've got the they've got the power to make it look good. So they could have done that, but they don't. They decide to do it for real. I'm glad they did it for real, because in my head, doing cinematography and doing filmmaking and stuff, the best and the most passionate thing to do is to do it for real. And I'm glad they did. It's just the amount of effort and time that must have taken, as well as another thing that must have taken them forever to do as well. When they show PT going through all of this, all these hallucinations and that, he immediately walks into the corridor of the Lumon building, because they say what they did is, because Adam says, I think I got this right, I can't remember, is this correct, to Ben Stiller? And he says, yeah, that's correct. We physically took down took a round to the neighborhood where the house was filmed. We specifically took a section, I believe, of the hallway, and they took it down to the set at the houses, and they built it there. They put it up there so that he could walk straight into it physically on set.
We see Petey start to walk by Mark's house, and then suddenly we see the hallway, and this is kind of continuing that discussion of how you guys did this. But I remember that. I remember you guys pulling up a piece of the hallway and putting it next to Mark's house out in that neighborhood. Am I remembering that correctly?
Yes.
So you could just seamlessly have him walk into that world.
Yeah, we wanted to have a real hallway there just to pan so we put that outside of the house, and then went into the real hallways with him. And then we went onto this bridge in Kingston, New York. And
right.
That was another, again, just sort of like the experimentation phase of figuring out how to show this reintegration and this disorienting reality.
Which I thought was absolutely fascinating, that they went that route for it instead of the route that so many other shows probably would have gone. It's been really fun finding out as well, like some of the behind the scenes information to do with when they film it and how they film it. Like, obviously previously we found out that they were filming all throughout COVID, apparently, and in this one we found out that they had to film within the constraints of before the flowers bud on the trees and before the leaves come back into bloom and all this kind of stuff. They have to film it within the wintry periods, and they even had to place white sheets on like distant hills and stuff in the background to make it look like it was still the snowy weather of the area they were in, which is, again, fascinating. That this is some of the work they went through.
By the end of January, you hit a wall of hardship weather-wise that just pushes through all the way till what? Mid-March?
No, I'd say end of April.
End of April?
Definitely, yeah. That's when the leaves start to come on the trees. And I always now am aware of the leaves coming back on the trees because we're always in a race to try to finish filming the season before the leaves come back, and we never make it. And we always end up having to then shoot until the very last wintry moment, and then we go inside and shoot some more, and then sometimes we have to figure out ways to make the leaves go away in different ways.
That's right. It's usually the springtime when off in the distance I see giant plastic sheets of white covering nearby hillsides and blank spaces to make it look like it's still snowing.
Yeah.
Because Severance is a winter show.
Yeah, and even when we're not filming the show, because we've gone through it a couple of times now, I have this sort of Pavlovian reaction to when are the leaves, when are the buds? I'm like looking at the branches, waiting for the buds to come out and feeling stressed because I think we're not going to be able to get our winter shots.
It's actually been quite fun today, to be fair, because I've been doing this journey. Oh, apparently, Patricia Arquette, and a few of them actually have done little, like a couple of the lines that Dylan says in the show, Zach Cherry, a couple of the lines that he says were improvised by him, and a couple of the lines that Patricia Arquette did, a couple of the things that she would say were things that she came up with. For instance, not something that's in the show, but apparently before each take, she would murmur stuff to herself and would sometimes whisper to the other co-stars certain things that were kind of going on in her brain, which is pretty funny. She said at one point to Britt Lauer, who played Helly, she said, "Oh, you little rascal," or something like that.
Before a take, she would sort of whisper what her inner thoughts were to me. And I think one time she was like, "You little rascal," or something like that. And I was like, this is so great. I'm getting just this little insight.
And on the same subject of Patricia Arquette as well, the whole "do you want the door open or closed" thing, and her saying both.
My favorite moment of this episode is when Cobell, she's just thrown a cup at you, and then Mark's like, "Door open or closed," and she says, "Both."
Oh yeah, that was Patricia improvising that.
Total improv line from Patricia.
Okay, I've just found out one of the best pieces of extra information. You know the smile wall? I don't know if I said it when I was watching. I'm fairly sure I did. I wondered if it was maybe the crew. Turns out it was. The smiles were of the crew. It was all the crew.
And at this point also, Jeff Mann, who's a great production designer, had come in and created that smile wall. And the smile wall is all members of our crew smiling. He just went around and took pictures. I don't think it was Bendo who took the pictures.
Which is so funny because we actually never saw our crew's faces because we were all wearing masks.
Well, that's the irony, isn't it?
And when they shot it, they said it was really weird. And actually harks back to something that was on the previous section I recorded for the other video, for episode 2's video, and about the fact that when they filmed it, and I also mentioned it, I think at the beginning of this as well, that when they filmed all of this season, it was lockdown. And because it was filmed during lockdown, no one ever saw the crew's faces because they always had masks on. Anyway, that's pretty much all I've got. I'm going to send you back to, past Marty. And feel free to go and listen to the podcast for yourself. If you do like behind the scenes stuff and hearing about how they film stuff, like I do with my film reactions, where I go through the trivia.
What I'd like to say is please don't give me any spoilers for the rest of this season and for season 2 as well. I'd rather go into these things blind. If you've got any thoughts on this episode or previous episodes, absolutely fine. Or if you've got a favourite episode, feel free to let me know what that is. Just don't let me know anything about that specific episode. Anyway guys, if you do want to check out the full uncut reaction of this episode or previous ones so far, or any of the other ones that I do in the future, feel free to check those out over on the Patreon page or as a YouTube member as well. I really appreciate you being here. Feel free to also subscribe to the channel if you'd like to keep up to date with future videos of me watching this, watching classic films, and feel free to also like the video if you do like it as well. Thank you so much guys, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. If you're still here to the very end, then thank you so much, and also a huge thank you to my wonderful patrons: Roger C. Griffith, Douglas Collier, Terry V, Miggy Love, Chris Holmes, Jojo, Thomas Masters, Shoehorn1234, Res, Patrick Durr, Andrew Blount, Carlos, Marla Mize, Rob, Chandra Blair, Scott, Paul Zawicki, Randy, Kirsten, Juan Pablo Camero, JL, Maggie, Freya Alexandra, Milo, Miranda, Edna, Gina Aman, Tess Avaland, Olivia, Maria Stoicheva, Neno, Megan Janoviak, Rainy Tomo, Strawberry Tree, Kirsten Bailey, Boobly Boo, Louise Vanderhoven, Aubrey Terry, Wraithist, Heidi Steele, City D, Bumblebee, Joshua, Jesse, Rena Burrow, Meet, Lolita Verbakovskia, Eli, Holly Jeffries, Alenka Hafner, HM Garth, Chloe Grover, Neb, Kyle Baker, Abby Barker, Tom Tattershall, Kristen Olds, Tilly Chum, Laura Hutchison, Tara M. Will Coxon, Sazzy Nation, Ferdinand Pitchard, Jim Kay, Sphere, Mel Days, Fran in the Pen, BG, Tara, Rags and Muffins, Nameless Human Being, Deb, Philippa Chapman, Emily, Panda, David Wayne Fox, Jessica Asakovich, Sue Pro, Naja and Workshop, Mike Tunnicliffe, Wolfgang Wolf, Lee, Harvey, Ankame, Aninya, Evan G, Violet Aurora, Pamela Chandler Rash, Scott Howard, Joshua, Robert Williams, Steve Webster, Amanda, Lipaz, Jamie Dodds, King, Happy Go Lucky, Caitlin, Analytical Guy, Maria Torres, Cliff Adams, Jonathan, Dirk, Annie Bonds, Crystal Appleby, Scorpius, Monica Murphy, Sebastian Saint-Ange, Varga, Leslie McKittrick, Nick Stark, Number 1 Carez, Jen, Biff McKeldin, Birgit, Stephanie Collins, Emily, Ken Duncan, Max, Helena Klitsch, Amy Quattlebaum, Ry Levi, Wayne DeFries, JJ, Mikhail Augustine Reed, Malcolm Hope, Lee Hallam, Bill Waite, Charlie Elkin, Mika Least, Jeffrey Welton, Alida Scope, George, Ingrid, Stephanie Sexton, Jude, Bera, Rubinio GD, Catherine Ellis, and Vincent Pade. If you'd like to see more videos, there's some more on the screen right now. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and see you next time.